Hi everyone, thanks for joining. The purpose of this video is to do a mini review. I would like for y'all to be prepared for this week's assignments. And so we're going to be continuing with our technology theme. Last week we saw how innovative technology has become, and this week we're going to look at some of the shortfalls. So we'll be doing that by evaluating the effectiveness of media claims. Nowadays, our attention is pulled in a million directions, right? You have ads persuading us to buy their products, people who tell us that we should listen to what they have to say over others, and we need to decipher which voices to listen to by analyzing those arguments. And so the first thing we're going to do is review the elements of persuasion and rhetoric. This might be familiar. It's the rhetorical triangle. And as a reminder, rhetoric is the art of public speaking. We all have a message to deliver, right? And we have to consider the relationship between the author and his audience. Now, these are generic terms. The author can refer to the writer, the speaker, the company trying to sell its product, right? That's their message. They want to sell a product. And so the audience can be the consumer, the reader, the receiver, the recipient of the message. The question is, how do they deliver their message? This might be familiar. Rhetorical appeals. We have three of them. The first one is logos down at the bottom of your screen, right? We have a chart because logos equals logic, reason, facts, statistics. You convince someone to buy a product by showing them that it's the more rational choice. You also have ethos, which is built on credibility and trust, right? I have a little badge to represent authority. We want to buy this product, or we want to believe this person because they are a reliable source. Then you have pathos, which deals with emotions, and not always sad. Sometimes they make you feel happy, right? They call on human values, which makes you want to buy into their belief, okay? And so what we're going to do is look at this example. It is an advertisement featuring Colin Kaepernick. And so anytime you see an ad or you read a text, we're going to ask ourselves the same set of questions. So before we look at these questions, we need to understand the ad on a literal level. So let's take a look. It is a black and white image. It says, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. And at the bottom, we see a well-known logo. That's Nike, and it says, just do it. Okay, so what does this mean? Based on my background knowledge, I know that Colin Kaepernick is an ex-NFL player, right? During the national anthem at games he would play at, he would kneel on one knee. And he said that he did so to protest police brutality that was going on in our country at the time, right? Now, he no longer works or plays for the NFL, but Nike did make him the face of their company for a little bit, right? And so with that background knowledge, now we're going to ask ourselves some questions, right? So who is the author? We know that from the bottom of the image. It's Nike. What is their purpose? What is their claim? Well, they're probably promoting the idea that we should stand up for what we believe in, even if it costs us our multi-millionaire jobs, right? Like Colin did. He sacrificed his job for his ideas and his beliefs. Now, the purpose is to relay that message, but ultimately, Nike wants you to buy their products, their shoes, right? Then we ask ourselves, who is their audience? Well, people who are followers of Colin Kaepernick, right, or who are fans of him might end up purchasing this product because of him, right? Oh, Colin Kaepernick endorses Nike shoes. I want some too, right? Who would not be the audience? People who view him as an unpatriotic person, right? He's a very polarizing figure in sports. A lot of people love him, a lot of people don't. And so I know at the time of this commercial, this ad featuring him, when it came out, there was a lot of backlash, right? And so that's part of the question, what is the context? What is the background information? Okay? So looking at the rhetorical appeals, I don't see any logos just off the top of my head. I don't see any facts, any figures, right? There is pathos, right? Emotional appeal. So we can only see his face. You look into his eyes, you see that human connection, right? Someone might think, wow, he's brave. I like that. I'm going to support him and I'm going to support Nike. I'll buy. There's ethos, right? Credibility. A lot of companies use athletes and celebrity figures to endorse the product. He's an athlete. He endorses Nike, and you should too. That's the message they're trying to convey. So, whether it works on you and makes you want to go run and buy a pair of shoes or not, that's your opinion. But visually, this is a pretty great ad. Okay. And so that was just a brief review of something we've already done in the past. And